Rotax 175.32, James Taylor, the championship leader on drop scores coming into this round. He had a bit of a disastrous start in the first race. Good drive back to 5th place though. 51, Stephen Chapman got to start at the back of the field this time, as has Nigel Wakefield. So Taylor will be looking for a good start here and a win, quite frankly. That's what he needs to ensure he's at the pointy end of the grid for the final. Where have I heard that term before? That's 51 Chapman, followed by Wakefield. They're right at the back of the field for this one. And they've got to make their way through towards James Taylor, who's at the front of the field. Pretty conservative start through turn 1 from Chapman. Tong that leads through turn 3 from Cobb, then Higgins. Oh, and that's Taylor! Taylor's been caught up in an incident going through turn 3. Let's have another look in ultra slow motion. Somebody going backwards. Taylor's trying to go around the outside of him, and that has balked James Taylor and dropped him back through the field. So James Taylor, if you remember the interview, who wanted a solid start, no incidents, as we look at 68 spinning off backwards. That's Darren Home. Taylor wanted no incidents in the heats, just to keep himself at the front of the field for the final. Well, he's had the worst possible start to the day. He managed to get it back to 5th in Heat 1, and he's going to have to do that again here. Meanwhile, through to the lead is David Higgins. Here comes Chapman through the field, up the inside on Richard Messenger, making up a place. So Stephen Chapman moving through the field. Next man on his list is Stuart Duckworth. That's Stephen Cobb, winner at the South Yorkshire Kart Club a couple of weeks ago. We were there to film him winning that day. 28 is Tong, 17 is Swindles. There's 18, Nigel Wakefield at the back of the field. And 61 behind Wakefield is Michael Booth. Couldn't make out James Taylor, so James Taylor's got it all to do here. All going pear-shaped for James. The 16, Richard Messenger, goes up the inside of Duckworth. Has he got enough? He hasn't. It needed to dip back in for another dose of slipstream there. The leader out front is 57, Higgins. He was being balked there by the back marker. The back marker is 78, that's Simon Bridgehouse. Higgins remonstrating with the officials, but gets past in the end. 51 is Chapman, working his way through the field slowly, but getting there gradually. Trying to hurry the kart along down the straight and gets past Tong into the first part of Luna. So that's Stephen Chapman making up another place. Stephen Cobb applying pressure now to Dave Higgins. Cobb down the inside, looks like he's got the spots. Cobb up to the lead, drops Higgins back to 2nd place. David Higgins, more accustomed to driving rally cars, of course. He is the new British champion, won that title recently. That series went to the very last round, and Higgins was good enough to take the title. Number 17 going through the shot is Dan Swindles. Back with the leaders, that's Cobb. Higgins running the curb on the way out of turn 5. Dan Rogerson's into the first part of Luna here. And in 3rd place now is Chapman. Stephen Chapman flying through the field. He's now in 3rd with just 4 laps gone. Still half the race to go, 4 laps remaining. What can Chapman do about the 2 leaders? And a lot of time to make up. He would rather finish in front of Stephen Cobb here, or rather that David Higgins finish in front of Stephen Cobb. If Chapman can finish 3rd and Cobb finishes 2nd, that would give Chapman pole position for the final. If Cobb wins this race and Chapman finishes in 3rd, Chapman would be on P2 on the outside. He wouldn't prefer that. I think Higgins has gone through to the lead. We'll catch up with them in just a second as they come out of Luna. 28, still in 4th place is Carl Tong. In fact, Stephen Cobb is still out there in front as they go across the start-finish line. There's 3 laps remaining. 28 Tong down the inside. Messenger is 16 on Duckworth, but again he can't make it stick. Remarkable. Stephen Chapman's just set the fastest lap, 41.863. Cobb still out front. Higgins still 2nd. Chapman will be watching this battle with interest. He will know he finished 3rd and Cobb finished 4th in the first one. So if Cobb wins this heat, there's nothing that Chapman will be able to do about pole position. He would end up, the way things stand, on P2 for the final, and that's not ideally where he would really like to be. We come around out of Luna for the start of another lap. 6 laps gone, 2 laps remaining. Chapman's certainly not going to do anything about the leaders. Duckworth still in front of Messenger. There's Nigel Wakefield. He's there in 6th place. 17 looks like Swindles. No sign of the championship leader coming into this round. James Taylor is stuck way down the field, and he is going to have it all to do. It's all going pear-shaped for Taylor, and the championship is on the line. Chapman looks like he's going to start on P2 for the final. Taylor is going to be starting in the midfield, and that is not ideally where he wanted to be when racing started today. Cobb takes the win. Higgins is second. Chapman is third. In fourth comes Richard Messenger. Then comes Duckworth. Nigel Wakefield's in sixth. Dan Swindles in seventh. Followed in by Jeffries, Tong, Booth, Osgood, Taylor, Hunt, and then Darren Home. Well, we'll catch up with the official results. In fact, these results have worked out for Stephen Chapman rather nicely, because Nigel Wakefield won the first heat. That gives him 6 points, that 6th place finish. Chapman's got 2/3. He's also got 6. But with Wakefield winning the first heat, that will give Wakefield P2 and Chapman P3.